Shadowfall. Name of the piece is called by Jazz Jet on Smooth Afternoon here on GJRB Online on Spreaker as we wrap up this last half hour of great smooth jazz. Got weather coming up around the corner. One more weather on the fives for you. We'll do a little bit of a scroll through social media. Right now here's a great version of That's the Way of the World. Great Earth, Wind and Fire song covered now by Benny Sutton. So keep it here, GJRB. Yeah, that's a great version of that song, isn't it? I love that piece. That is Benny Sutton with a great cover of a great piece of music there. As that's The Way of the World. Didn't have my microphone on again. That figures. Yeah, just keep on doing that. All right, 13 minutes past 5 in the Central Time Zone as we wrap up our show. It was good outro, and my mic's not on. That just kind of really bugs me. Anyway, got a lot more coming up. We're going to be doing the show again next week, right here on GJRB next Friday, another edition of Smooth Afternoon at 2 o'clock Central, right here on GJRB Online on Spreaker across America and around the world. And people in the neighborhood who probably don't listen to this because they probably don't have a computer or they don't have internet, or if they do, they don't listen to this. But anyway, you will know that there is no FM. Our FM signal died last week. I had the wrong date on that. As a matter of fact, our FM signal died last Friday. Let's see. Today's what? First? No, today's the Friday the 3rd, right? Yeah, Friday the 3rd. Last Friday, right after the Cubs baseball game, just toward the end there, on my 9-foot FM signal, Talk FM 108, our FM transmitter, the 9-foot little transmitter with a little thing on the end of it, with a little plug, died on me. It just broke. The 3.5 millimeter plug that goes inside that thing broke off. It just come right off in the wire, and all I got left is fray wire on the end of it. So I'm going to be getting a new transmitter, and I'm hoping that pretty soon we'll be able to be back on the air on our 9-foot signal as soon as that arrives. And we might be doing jazz next week on that 106.7 frequency here local, and we might not. So it just depends on how soon we get it and when we can do that. I'll let you know as soon as possible. But right now, it's time for one more look at Weather on the 5. As we wrap up our show today here on Smooth Afternoon, here on GJRB, that's usually when we do Weather on the 5s and give you the weather for different parts of the country and little towns that aren't always mentioned by your weather people. For some apparent reason, they just don't care to mention it, or they don't really, care to, give your weather forecast. And so we're going to do it for you here on Smooth Afternoon here on GJRB Online on Spreaker. So take it up. Let's see what's going on across the country on various towns. We're going to start with, I'm going to start with East Haven, Connecticut. East Haven, Connecticut, if you're listening right now. You guys, turn the temperature right. Boy, you guys are cool out there today. Yeah, it's cool weather out there for you guys in that upper part of the country and the upper Northeast. 66 degrees only, with the nighttime low tonight dropping to 61, and it's going to be partly cloudy, 61 degrees tomorrow morning. But tomorrow it's going to top back up to 77 degrees for you guys, and you'll get some decent weather back. East Haven, Connecticut, kind of looking at a chilly weather forecast, you guys. 66 only, East Haven, Connecticut. Let's take a look at East Liverpool, Ohio, not far from my old hometown of Ambridge. This is a nice town, East Liverpool, Ohio. I used to listen to a country station out there, fabulous, WELA. I remember them. They were great. Anyway, East Liverpool, Ohio, right now you guys are 81 degrees. Nighttime low, it's going to drop to about 75. Overnight, 64. Early morning hour, 66. Tomorrow, your expected high is going to be 82 degrees for East Liverpool, Ohio. Kind of looking at some really nice weather. Your current temperature right now, 81 degrees with a relative humidity of is 65%. And Eastleigh, South Carolina, the home of our good friend and GJRB's one of our GJRB special artists, Michael Martin. You guys are at 90 degrees right now. 90 degrees currently in Eastleigh, South Carolina. Tonight's low, it's going to drop down this evening. 82 degrees. Overnight low tonight, 70. Tomorrow, 72 degrees in the morning. By afternoon, you're going to be back up to 90 degrees. So Eastleigh, South Carolina is heating up. 90-degree temperatures. And you're going to be hot. 90 degrees temperatures in Eastleigh, South Carolina. And that's a look at our weather on the 5s on GJRB. And the wrap-up of our last half hour of Smooth Afternoon.
Now, let's scroll through social media.
And let's do that right now. Scroll through social media before we close off today and kind of wrap up our show. We're just kind of with 15 minutes left of it. And so we thought we'd just kind of have a little bit of fun and talk a little bit. Coming up, I will be doing a Gary Russin program. I want to make this a program note from the last time we talked about it, or a program schedule. I want to make a program note a week from this coming Wednesday, which would be the 8th. The following Wednesday, tentatively, at 2 o'clock Central Time, on GJRB, we'll do our semi-freestyle over the hump day edition of the Gary Russin program here on GJRB. That's back on the air. And the reason why I do that is because I looked at it. I'm going on the calendar in our regular schedule, and I think I need to adjust it because there's not enough Gary Russin programs. Not enough. So we're going to add another one, the Gary Russin program on the 15th, midway shot through June 15th, 2 o'clock Central, right here on GJRB for a Gary Russin program, special edition. And if we get our transmitter back and we have 87.7 on our 9-foot signal, we will probably have that on KGRB. That'll be coming up on the 15th. And it might be with KGRB. All right? And it'll be a Gary Russin program live, 2 o'clock Central. Got some really good stuff to talk about. And we have a lot of news going on. With some of the stuff going on in some of the foreign countries. And so the Gary Russin program, so join me, get yourself together for that, and we'll have a really good talk show coming up on the 15th. Okay, June 15th, that's about 10 days from now, at about 2 o'clock Central, here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Okay, I like that idea, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, and I want to go further down the line here, and let's see. Here's one that's interesting. I know this. My friend Ben Osan. How you doing, Ben? He he posted this interesting thing. Did you know that the Apple logo represents the fall of man? That's right, the fall of man. The Apple logo stands for the fall of man because it's a bite taken out of that forbidden apple. Apple logo representatives say that it's the Apple logo, and it does make sense if you look at it real closely. That Apple logo. No wonder I don't really correspond with Apple. I really don't care for their computers. Apple logo represents the fall of man when Adam and Eve ate from the forbidden tree. The first Apple computer sold. Look at the price of that. Demonic symbol. The first Apple computer sold for $666.66. That's right. 666. Yeah. I know. Isn't that terrible? 666.66 for the Apple computer, the first one to be sold in America. Isn't that something? Speaking of that, got a couple of new movies on the PureFlix. We have that, but we haven't really used it that much. Because there haven't been all that great of movies on it, but we're going to get a free month. They got a movie called The Mark of the Beast on there, New World Order, which would be kind of interesting to watch. Oh, yeah, did you hear about this? What do you think about that? When the Gary Russin program comes on in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about this. Recently in Cincinnati, if you heard about this is terrible. A little child got into an encasement with an ape. Okay, did you hear about that one? Got into an encasement with an ape. this young child got in there and they shot the ape. They shot the ape. Now, animal rights activists are really, really, really up in arms over this. Okay? So my sister posted this. My sister Jackie posted 30,000 babies are killed in American abortion clinics every day. Nobody says a word, but one gorilla dies and everybody loses their mind. Boy, that's the truth. Yeah. And one posting said, I wonder how many of these jerks would be screaming, shoot it, if they fell in. Good question. Good question. That I do agree with. Let's see. Coming up. Okay, I don't know if I want that one. Okay, let's go down the ways and see what else we have here. Anyway, yeah, the Cubs win. Another friend of mine, Bob Smith, posted this one. 6-0 score, Cubs win. All right, so that's a good one. And that's great. That's great. Let's see. Some of these postings, you know, sometimes I sit there and I look at Facebook day to day, get ready to do my show, and I'll go through my postings and stuff like that, and I'll go, why do people post some stupid stuff? I mean, there's some stuff I kind of fly by because it's just plain senseless stupidity. I do. I thought I'm being mean or nothing. It's just that it's absolutely true. I mean, some of the people post some unusual stuff here, and like I go, why are you posting this? Anyway, that's, you know, true. If you look at it, that's what people do anymore. They kind of post some unusual stuff, and I just don't get it, but that's what they love to do. Anyway, there you go. Like I said before, more weather on the fives, more scrolling on social media coming up next Friday afternoon, live 2:00 Central, and of course on Tuesday. Tuesday we got the. Before we do that, I want to once again say that's going to be it for today's edition of our Smooth Afternoon here on GJRB. I want to thank everyone for listening. Hope you enjoyed the program, and I know I gotta go. You know how that is. But I'll tell you what, I will be back for another edition of Smooth Afternoon next Friday right here on GJRB. But before that, we're going to be on Tuesday afternoon. Got CCF church services from June 5th from our church here in Clinton. We all record it and broadcast it live. June 5th church services on live on Tuesday afternoon, 2:00 Central Time here on GJRB. And, or rather at 12 o'clock noon Central. We'll be on the air at 12 o'clock noon Central Time. And that would be 9 a.m., that would be 10 a.m. in the Pacific. And, 3 o'clock East, and got a lot of good stuff coming up on that show. Got some new emerging artists, because it is Emerging Tuesday. Brand new artists, brand new music, so I hope you'll tune in for that. That's the Positive Rock Show, Tuesday, 2:00 Central, right after CCF Church Services, right here on GJRB, so I hope you'll tune in for that. And of course, like I said, next Friday, Smooth Afternoon, another edition right here on GJRB. So join me for that, okay? Have a good time playing all this stuff and playing some good music and playing some great jazz. I love playing it, and what else can I say? It's just a great way to spend a Friday afternoon. It really is, and I'm always glad to play it. And I got more emerging artists coming up on our next show. We'll play a lot more, and I'll have all of them. So stay tuned for that here on GJRB. So I'm going to wrap it up right now. Say thanks for listening to our Smooth Afternoon here on GJRB Online on Spreaker. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Going to leave you with Tony Delgado with Visalia. Have yourself a great night, everyone. We'll catch you soon for another edition. Have a great weekend. Relax and enjoy your weekend. We'll have you again next week. See you next week right here on GJRB. Have a great night, everyone.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, all right, it's King Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to tons of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
After 1 year, the wait is over. Now join Pastor Ron Johnston and a panel of men and women to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy. In this world of chaos and upheaval, this is the program that puts it all into perspective. How will we survive? God only knows. So trust Him and listen to the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast or live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming, and programming in other great music formats, like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA, listen, and enjoy. Another Radioland coming soon on GJRB Online.
This is GJR Broadcasting.